my love bugs, and welcome back to Honey Tea Tarot. Here we are with another channel message. If you are a new viewer, hello there, welcome. Drop a comment below, let me know that you're here. Talk to us, we talk back. If that's not your thing, cool, sit your ass in the back, prop your feet up, peep the vibe. And if it resonates on your way out, y'all know to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. If you are a returning viewer, hey honeybee, let's get to it because y'all know how we rock. So first and foremost, for some reason I want to ask y'all, like, how can you heal the wound if you keep picking it? If you keep picking at it, if you keep opening up every time that the cells are rebuilding itself, every time that the cells have created a strong barrier, every time the cells is creating a new foundation for your wound to heal, you pick at it. How can you heal if you keep picking at the wound? And for some of you, this could be you in relationships. Let's say you're still texting or calling this person, you're stalking them on social media, you're, staring at their photos or whatever that you have in your phone, or any videos that you guys have taken together. It's like you're in this cycle and this loop of reminiscing on faded memories. For some of you guys, this memories is years ago. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what you're holding on to have like a little attachment, or feel like you're still close to that person, and it's time to let it go. Because it's like, I can see someone that feels like you're on this hamster wheel, or it's like you get so far in your journey and then or this could also be a job, even if it's not a relationship. Let's say you're looking for a new job, you get the will to get a new job, and it's like, for some reason, you just keep doubling back to the old job. I feel like this is also someone that is constantly getting rehired at a place that they don't quit. I don't know if it's because like your cousin is the owner or the manager there, or like you just got it like that in that area for some reason at that particular place, but you're continually going back to a job that you are leaving from, or you take some type of, let's say I'm here on FMLA, so maybe you have the FMLA or whatever, and you're able to leave and come back at will, you feel what I'm saying? And you know that you're tired of this shit and you really just ready to chuck it out the door, but because half the time, most of the time, it's free, easy money because of you having the FMLA Act, you know what I'm saying? And again, you're able to, whatever family member you may be taking care of, or however your shit is set up, it's like you can wake up any day of the week, you feel what I'm saying, all week, all goddamn month if you want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? For many of y'all, it's different scenarios, but basically the same thing. Like, it's like a place like that. And I feel like every time you get so far in your journey, every time you get so far in your confidence, every time you get so far in your mental confidence and just having a plan, it's like something, every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. Like, for some of y'all, it's the money. For some of y'all, it's the faded memories that you continue going through this cycle and this loop of going back to look at. Like, how is the wound going to heal if you keep picking at it? Every 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you back looking at their Facebook page, or every 3, 4, 5, 6 months. For some of y'all, it's a business. You know what I mean? You talk about, yeah, I'm gonna go hard on my business. I'm gonna finally, you know what I'm saying, give my business 10 times more hard than I give them crackers. That's how I hear somebody talking. No offense to, who may be watching this, but that's how I hear somebody talking. Like, more than I give them crackers, I need to be giving my business that. And it's like, you could be going through the cycle of that, of, having that epiphany, having that revelation and confidence to do that. You 3, 4, 5, 6 months, the money ain't flowing in, it ain't pop off how you feel like it should be. Next thing, you back in corporate America again. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this cycle. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. And it's like, you need to have belief in you. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go to the next level. And for some of y'all, a lot of y'all, certain people, places, and things, habits, rituals, situations, experiences, thought processes, whatever it may be, cannot continue to go with you. It's time for you to let it go. And that's why it feels like you're being pulled back into a loop. That's why it feels like you're being pulled backwards instead of propelling forward. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta let that wound heal. You have to let the wound heal. Okay, and you ain't gotta act like it ain't there. You know what I'm saying? But it's only bothering you every 4, 5, 6 months. With a wound, when it's healing correctly, You know, it don't hurt. It might hurt the first few days depending on the type of wound, you know, as the cells and the skin and stuff is preparing, maybe a little dry or whatever, right? But I'm talking about once that foundation is completed and the rest of the healing is, and once the surface is cleared up and the rest of the healing is going on underneath or whatever, it don't really hurt. You know when it start hurting? When you start picking that motherfucker. That's when it start hurting. That's when you remember the pain of it. You don't remember the pain while, you know, you still see the scarring, you still see the scratches, you know, but you know that underneath it is healing. You don't feel that pain. You don't feel that. But the minute that you get that picking at it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, ouch, now it hurt. Yeah, it does hurt because it wasn't finished healing. It wasn't done. The skin wasn't finished getting tough, whatever the hell it be doing. The cells and the tissue wasn't properly prepared yet. How is it going to heal if you keep fucking with it? Of course it hurts again. So that's like doubling back, period. And whatever way, shape, or fashion this may be for some of y'all, whether it's relationship, family, homes, jobs, careers, whatever it is, thought process. Watch your words in a safe place, whatever it may be for y'all. It's time for y'all to move forward. Y'all are knowing what to do. You got to stop picking that wound. For some of y'all, it's like, okay, Spirit. It's like, for some of y'all know some people ain't supposed to go with y'all. Like, y'all flat out know that shit because you know that they're not at their highest vibration, not just for you, but for themselves. They aren't thinking in a higher consciousness for not only the people around them, but themselves. So it's like, you know that this person is not able to go where you're going, at least not right now. So I feel like you're holding up your season of evolution, your season of ascension, your season of change, waiting for this person to catch up. We have sacred medicine. We're going to put that one back in the deck because it came with it. Yeah, we got brave spirit. I feel like you're waiting for this person to catch up. These cards is new, y'all, so they kind of coming out in clumps. But kindness and nurturing. Yeah, even with some of y'all with friends that you probably like, it's your homegirl or your homeboy, and it's like, you know that they still got some growing up to do mentally, emotionally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got some growing to do. They got some experiences to experience in order to bring that maturity and bring that wisdom and that knowledge that they need. Like, you know this, but it's like, okay, I ain't gonna fuck with him or her every day. They ain't the type of person I want in my inner circle, you feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep spinning the block for them. I'm going to continue to hit them up every 3, 4, 5, 6 months to see what they have been doing in their life. You know, I might even get up and chill with them once or twice just to see how they really are, how they really moving, how they really acting now. You feel me? Oh, you not up the par yet? You not, you know, you still where I left you at, or you ain't really getting nowhere. You just went up the block. All right, well, deuce again. I'm going to follow back up with you in another 3 months and another 6 months and another year. And it's like, some of y'all need to release that. And I'm not saying that y'all don't be on no new shit. Like, I'm not saying that y'all are completely stagnant. But it's like, you're not propelling and you're not popping off and you're not going as far as you know you can go. Because you know once you get to reaching them heights, them motherfuckers can't reach you. They can't reach you. At that point, you might not even want them to reach you. And I feel like that's what you're scared of. That's what you're scared of. Because you know once you get to this higher consciousness, not just materialistically or financially, but I mean emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Once you gain this high level value and consciousness and self-worth of self and actually propelling behind and moving behind your actions and doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, once you really step into that, you already know ain't none of this shit that you entertaining now or previously before even gonna be able to reach you. You ain't gonna be able to see them. I'm seeing John Cena, I can't see you, or you can't see me, whichever way it go, they can't. You can't see me. Like, nah, like we ain't even on the same frequency. We ain't even in the same atmosphere, baby. Like, we ain't in the same nothing. Like, yeah, emotionally healing. And I feel like your wise decision. I feel like you are, what word am I looking for? You're refusing the guidance of your inner self, knowing that, okay, it's time to cut some of these people off. And not just for, it's not physical, it's spiritual. Like on some real shit. Like it's not just because they did you wrong. Like we done all did somebody wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all have been a villain in somebody's story. And I don't mean just the story they telling. Some of us have really been real life villains in some of the people's lives that we have encountered or impacted. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you're neglecting yourself with making this conscious, because it's also a conscious decision. It's a conscious decision to stay stagnant. It's for you at this moment right now. And don't get me wrong, there is some situations where God hand is at play to where stagnancy is required. But I'm getting the sense here that this is a conscious decision to stay stagnant, to stay in the same area of life, in the same atmosphere, relationship, lifestyle, friendships, circles, jobs, careers, whatever it is. Okay, for some of y'all, I'm getting that this could possibly even be a marriage. This could possibly even be a marriage. And your husband or your wife may not see eye to eye with what your soul mission is, and not just because you think that's your soul mission. It's like who you are actually becoming, who you are walking in. You know, you're probably hearing, you're not the same woman I married, you're not the same man I married. Nigga, I'm not supposed to be. That was 20 years ago. That was 15 years ago. That was 35 years ago. Do you really want me to be the same person that I was at 18, at 22, at 26, at 35? Like, of course I'm not the same person that you met originally. I'm the same person, the same physical body. You know, I may have a few things that I still perceive or think the same, but overall, I done did some changing, baby. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. Like, we done been on a roller coaster ride, baby, and we finally smoothing the fuck out. Like, what do you mean? And I feel like for some of y'all know it's time to make this wise decision of parting some ways with certain people, places, and things, of just releasing some things and letting it go. Some of you, again, because I'm hearing, again, how can you heal a wound if you keep picking at it? Some of you are trying to heal in the situations that broke you. You're trying to heal around the people that purposely sabotage you or purposely pour low vibrational negative intentions and thoughts and energies into you or around your energy, or say certain things to you on purpose to provoke you. It's like you're trying to heal. I don't know if it's because you can't move at this moment, because you know everybody just can't up and move all willy-nilly sometimes, depending on your situation or whatever and shit. At this moment with finding houses and shit, you know what I'm saying, it's a little weight. But I feel like you're trying to heal in situations that you may have, safe space. You're trying to create a safe space and energy that's not so safe. And we got no more hiding at the bottom of the deck. I feel like that's exactly what it's time for you to do. Like, even with this safe space, again, I feel like you're trying to create a safe space in a place that's not so safe. So it's like you're no longer interested in keeping the peace with this no more hiding. But at the same time, that's confirmation. But at the same time, you also live here. You reside here. You work here, or you go here. This is the place where you wash your clothes at every week. This is you and your family's outing place every Thursday. Whatever it may be, like, this place is important to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So it's like you're not really interested in keeping the peace because you so much care about, you know, not disrespecting someone that's clearly disrespecting you, or clearly, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, just being whatever for whatever reason, but it's more so as you want this to still be a safe space. So I feel like you're trying to find the balance, and the balance is it's time for you to get the fuck up on out of there. No more hiding, no more playing the fence, no more riding the fence or playing the fiddle, no more doing any of that. No more hiding what you want to say or having this lump form, because that's what it's starting to feel like. I'm having a lump form and I'm starting to study over my words. It's like you're very cautious and very particular with what you say, how you say it, the tone that you use. Like, you know, even for some of y'all, it's down to your body language. Like, yeah, look, I can't make it up. Sensitivity. Like, you really are walking on, and it's like you're not really walking on eggshells, because I'm getting the energy. It's like you're trying to become balanced. Of you don't give a fuck. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do give a fuck, because again, I live here. Because maybe you live in like some type of closed off neighborhood, or like the projects or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is your intimate area. So it's like you want to be like, yo, I don't get no fucks and ram shit down, but you also know this is my area. Like, you know, yeah, visionary. Like, you can see like where this stuff is going. And also, not even that, like, you're sensitive, you're trying to be sensitive to everything around you and also yourself, because you know where you're going. Not only do you see where certain altercations can lead things, or how certain words can trigger certain people, or how certain phrases, you know what I'm saying, or how people just perceive things overall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you not only are you able to see that, but you're also able to see the future of your mission. You're also able to see what you are being bestowed upon, what you are walking towards, what is being given to you. So it's like you're in this energy of I don't give a fuck, and then also in the energy of I gotta watch my tongue. Also in the energy of I gotta mind my actions. I gotta mind my thoughts. I have to be very mindful. This is a season of mindfulness for me. This is a season of intention for me. This is a season to be intentional. Never failing. All things are working for my good. Look at that confirmation, and underneath it is protect your energy. And y'all heard that notification? Because all things are working for my good. Hey, it's intentional. Hey, hey, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good. So I feel like that's what it is in the space of, again, you don't give a fuck. I blow this whole shit up, okay? But at the same time, this is my shit. How am I going to burn my own home down? Or how am I going to, you know, irate people in my own neighborhood, my intimate place, people that know where I live at, or people that fix my food, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So you're very sensitive of how situations could play out, and also your future. But I'm also getting you're very sensitive of people staring at this, protect your energy. You're also very sensitive to people's intention towards you. You're very sensitive to people's intentions towards you. Like when people be smiling and laughing in some people's face, and even though they got whole envy in their heart, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're very attentive to that. Yeah, we got sacred contracts. You're able to see people's energy signatures and who they truly are to you. You're able to see who they truly are to you. You're able to see and have the sensitivity to their true intentions. Also, you guys maybe even be able to see with the sacred contracts, you guys' past life, who this person was to you in the past life. What type of relationship did you have, not only mentally, physically, emotionally, but spiritually. Like, I feel like also you're walking into some type of ancient knowledge with this Isis out here. Some type of ancient knowledge that's being bestowed upon you. Or you're getting confirmations about some of the questions that you've been having. Never failing. We got kindness and nurturing. and balance. Yeah. You see that warrior? You see the warrior? I'm telling you, what was I talking about earlier? When I said that you're trying to find the balance between I blow all this shit up. Like, what's that saying? I could be the storm and I could be the rainbow or something like that. Like, I can be the chaos and I can be the peace, baby. Like, listen, I left and right hand, baby. What you talking about? Like, I feel like you're trying to find the balance in between that as well. And with you finding the balance in between that, you're also, yeah, beautiful change. You're also finding the balance within yourself. The internal balance, the emotional balance, the spiritual balance, the mental balance. I know that all things are working for my good. Earth magic, no more hiding at the bottom of the deck. I know that all things are working for my good. It's intentional. Hey, hey, hey. Never failing. I know that all things are working for my good. Hey, it's intentional. Never failing. Holy Spirit, any additional messages? Any additional messages? Metaverse witch. I know that all things is working for my good. I feel like that goes back to what I was saying. Like, you know that you are literally a co-creator. You know that you're like, it's like your wish is my command. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of your energy. You have to be mindful of the words you speak, of the places you go, of the actions that you take. You know what I'm saying? Of your movement. You have to be mindful. Because it's really, bring it back, Spirit. Manifested everything. It started with a thought, and then there's another part that I was just playing. My bad, child. Keep a full focus on the vision and the brain. Everything is rigged in my favor. Careful what you claim. Yeah, that's the energy right now. That's your energy. And I'm getting goosebumps as I said that. Everything is rigged in my favor. Careful what you claim. You done tapped into that energy. You know now. Yeah. Anatomy, autonomy, however you say it. Like you done figured it out. Like you are the God and the devil. You have both lower. That's basically what the lower and higher energies and vibration is for those that may not know. But it's like, you know that now. Like, you know that. You got to be careful what you claim. You're very mindful of how you are speaking to people, speaking over yourself, speaking over your business. Yeah, union. You're coming in one with self. Community. You're coming in one with yourself, with your own energy, with your own frequency, with your thoughts, what you truly desire. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all realize that the things that you were speaking was counterproductive or counteracting the things that truly were in your heart, the things that you truly desired. And once you figured that out, it was like, oh, yeah, balance. It was like, you see that spark? It was like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, let me go ahead and tap into myself. Let me go ahead and actually figure out what my desires is. Actually figure out what my wants are. Actually figure out how I perceive and I desire how I want my life to go, look, be, feel, smell, dress like, look like, walk like, talk like you feel me? Like, let me go ahead and actually tap in with myself, with my higher self, my lower self, my inner child, with all parts of me. My shadow self, the parts of me that I don't really entertain that much, or I'm scared to let flourish and let other people see in me. Let me go ahead and tap in to see what the fuck I really want. Let me figure it out. Let me figure out what the fuck I really need to let go of. Let me figure out what's not serving me. Let me figure out what is still what I need to nurture more or spend more time with in order for it to grow, because that actually brings me happiness. That actually brings me a sense of joy and peace. That brings me a sense of wholeness, or just being in my little bubbly aura, you know what I mean? Like, let me go ahead and figure it out, because again, the spark went off. The spark went off of, I control this shit. Especially with this joint, I'm seeing like a person that's rolling their blunt or whatever, rolling their joint. They the one that makes the quantity of how big or how fat, how narrow, how slim, how thick, how small that blunt is gonna be. Like, you figured that shit out. Like, oh shit, this is my blunt, and how I roll it matters, because depending on how I roll it don't depend on how it smoke, baby. And you know, we hitting spliffies. Yeah, sexuality and change. We hitting spliffies around here, baby. Try to bring them out one at a time, please, Spirit. I heard we rolling spliffies one at a time, please, Spirit. These cards are new, so they sticking together a lot, y'all. Any additional messages, Holy Spirit? Where we at? 2618. Revolution and nurture. Yeah, you figured it out. Especially with this inhaler. Like, I'm feeling like you got, act. I feel like you received a breath of knowledge, a breath of confirmation of synchronicity, or whatever it may be. Like, something gave you life to act, to nurture certain talents of yours, or abilities, or thoughts, or desires, or interests, ideas, whatever it may be. Something gave you that, and it gave you the insight, the confidence to really make a move. I'm hearing you get high grades. And that's true. And I feel like someone is using that as a reference. So, you know, people use that for smoking weed. But I feel like someone's using that analogy, like, in life. Like, if I have high feelings, I'm going to have a high life. Like, if I do this high, like, you feel what I'm saying? High off myself, high off my own energy, high off my own positivity, high off of me. You feel what I'm saying? Even because, you know, we ain't toxic positive over here. Sometimes we do be having some bad days. Being high off of the fact that I know that I am allowed to have a bad day. I am allowed to, well, not bad days, because I like to say we don't have bad days, bad moments, or whatever. But knowing that you are, and even if you do have a bad day, because shit, sometimes I do too. But, you know, I'm trying to just manipulate my psyche or whatever. But it's working slowly. But, you know, knowing that I can have a bad moment or a bad day. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just because today may have not been as delightful, as today may have not been as appeasing as I would like it to be, does not mean that tomorrow isn't going to be a wonderful, amazing day. A few more messages and we're going to go ahead and close this up. 2823 while I was saying that. Any additional messages, Holy Spirit? Get high, you get high grades. Yeah, definitely. Any other messages, Holy Spirit? Just go, in essence. Yeah, I'm starting to get that the more that you guys believed in yourself, the more that you started walking in your truth, the more that you started just having the confidence in who you are, what you desire. Once you figured out who you are, once you figured that out, it was easy for you to just go. It was easy for you to bask in your essence. It was easy for you to be who you know that you are. Okay, fuck being humble. Humble who? That's, I don't know why I'm hearing that. But yeah, like, once you realize that your sauce is saucing, baby, and you always had that drip, it's been up from there. I love you guys so much. Hold on to that energy. Don't let nobody take that energy from you, and continue to let these things go that need to be released. You know, we in Virgo season. Virgo be contemplating so motherfucking long before it even make a goddamn move, okay? You think Virgo come out with some shit today, and you think that motherfucker just started that shit. That motherfucker been thinking about that shit for 2 years, okay? That motherfucker been thinking about that shit for 6 months, for a year, for 8 months, okay? They've been organizing and planning and actually setting shit up, being strategic, okay? You've been strategic long enough, all right? It's now time for you. You've been in your thoughts long enough. You've been in planning mode long enough. Now it's time for you to bask and continue to walk in that motherfucking essence, okay? You've done all the organizing. You've done all the packing and unpacking, the rearranging, the move arounding, the renovations. That's the word I'm looking for. You've done all the renovations. Like, you've done all that. Now it's time to move in the house and enjoy it. Okay, now it's time for you to put the plan in motion and actually do it. Now it's time for you. Y'all get the point. Okay? I love you guys so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell, and I'll be back with another one soon. Peace. Namaste.